2007, I was just a boy. Today, 12 years later, I embark on the same quest my third grade self did, this time seeking higher heights than ever before. This is Original Old School RuneScape. So before we get into this next episode, I wanted to talk about a couple of the things that I will be going for long term on this account. So some of the biggest goals that I can think of that were available in 2007 are the Dark Bow, Rune Defender, unlocking Piety, completing an 07 quest cape, so just finishing all the quests that were available in 07, even though we won't actually have a quest cape if we do that, as well as hopefully the Dragonfire Shield that relies on getting a Visage, which I have never had dropped to me before, but you know, it's something we can go for. And then last but not least, of course, we're going to go for completing Barrows, all of the Barrows sets, because that's a great goal to go for on this account. So those are going to be some primary things we're working towards right now, and in the meantime, we will get back to the bone crossbow grind. Decided to just thieve some T-stalls to get my thieving level up. Thieving men's going to take too long, and I think I'm actually going to head over to the agility course on Karamja in Brimhaven instead of going for recruitment drive. I don't mind having gotten those quests done, but I realize that there's level 26 or 33 or some stuff that I need to kill, and I just don't really feel like dealing with that when it's only a few levels, so we're going to get on with that. There we go, 13 thieving, on to the next requirement. Right now we're just picking some bananas, filling up the crate for this dude on the plantation to make enough GP to pay the entry fee into the agility course. We are now down in the agility arena, failing almost every time. Oh, there's a success. Maybe level here? If we succeed, nope. There's level 2 agility. And here we go, coming up with the first ticket. So that's going to be 240 XP that we can cash in whenever we want, and we only have to get to level 13, so we don't need that much XP here. Also, I just noticed this in my chat box. I completed a medium task in the Karamja area, so I'm not 100% sure when all the other diaries came in, but I do believe Karamja was the first to be released, and I just checked. It came out on May 8th, 2007. So the Karamja diary is fair game. I will try to look into it and see if there have been any updates to the diary and changes that would affect what kind of rewards you get. But for now, Karamja diary is fair game. Didn't quite have enough food to make it all the way to 13 agility, but we made it to 8. We're going to go turn in this ticket and go do some more bananas to get the starting cash again to get back in here, as well as to use as food. And now we complete level 13 agility, turning in that ticket. There we go. There's the message, and only 17 mining to go. So now we just need to get 17 mining. So we're going to make our way over to the Varrock mine, southeast of Varrock, mine some copper and tin until we get 15, and then iron for 17, and that will be all the requirements for the Lost Tribe. Then we can go finish it up and get ourselves closer to the bone crossbow. 2 mining after just 3 ores. Let's keep it moving. And we're coming up on 5 mining right here as soon as this rock gets picked, and then we've got 8 more levels to go. Okay then. And there's 5 mining. 10 mining. Coming up here on 16 mining. Just 1 more level to go before we are ready to go start the Lost Tribe quest and hopefully get our bone crossbow. I'm really hoping that'll be really useful for there's 16 mining. For just general questing, as I mentioned before, it's such a good weapon and its ammo is so cheap for what it is. So everybody, I realized something. I've been very silly. I cannot use these bank tabs. I cannot organize my stuff like this as much as I would like to. That was not a thing. So we need to get rid of the tab bar. How do I? Okay, right. We had to take everything out of our tabs before it would let us hide the tab bar. Basically now we just have an empty bank. Ignore this. This is just tag tabs on my main account, but it just shows up over here, so ignore that. It's not relevant. And I will leave these things here just because I'm used to the current interface, but I probably won't be using buttons like deposit all because I don't think these were here. Although deposit inventory might have been. I'm not sure. I'll have to look into that. The search is the one I'm not sure about. I might let myself use it just because banks get really, really bad. But I also remember that I don't think I was allowed to use it back in the day because I don't think it was there. So I'll have to do some digging, and maybe we'll make an exception to allow me to search the bank. It won't change any of the training methods or anything, so that's why I'm considering it, but I don't know. We'll figure that out as we progress in the account. There is 17 mining. We have finished it up. That is all of the requirements done for the Lost Tribe quest. We're going to make our way back to Lumbridge and get that started. I'm just going to walk instead of using the home telly. I might need it for something in the future, and we're really not that far away, so we're just going to run on down there and get started with the quest. So guys, I've realized I need a light source, and I also need 28 ranged for the Dorgeshan crossbow, and I only have 6 ranged. So what we're going to do is we're going to make our way over to Artie, thieve some cake stalls till we get 20, and then we're going to thieve some silk. And what we're going to do is we're just going to sell that back to the guy in Artie to get us some starter cash, to buy some arrows, buy a candle potentially, and go from there. Also, since minigame teleports were definitely not in the game, I will be making the long trek over to Artie on foot through the White Wolf Mountain. Let's get going. Hello, Mr. Jekyll. I will gladly take that strength potion. Thank you very much. I'll be on my way. This also has an added benefit of giving me some early food to use on the account. So as long as we stay away from the guards here, we should be good to go. Get ourselves some food. Oh, there's the guard. Get ourselves some food, get ourselves some thieving levels, and then get ourselves some cash. 17 thieving, making our way there very nicely. There we are, coming in with 20 thieving. I'm going to go drop this food off at the bank and start stealing some silk. Well, guys, it happened. I wasn't paying attention, and we died. I was watching a YouTube video, and I died to an Artie Knight, but like I said at the very beginning, that is not the point of this account. The hardcore is not the point of this account. The point is the 07 restriction. So that's totally fine. Honestly, it's a little bit relieving to lose the red hat. It means I don't have to worry about not ever dying again. I can do things in the wilderness, so it's not the worst thing in the world, but it is a little sad. The 59-minute death timer I definitely do think is new. So I'm going to try to get back to my stuff as fast as possible, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get there in the 2 minutes that I had in 07. That's fine. It was just an inventory of silk, so we'll just thieve another one, but rip the red helm. Right, yeah, so the 60-minute death timer was added in 2015, so goodbye to that. Inventory full of silk. Fortunately, we weren't wearing anything else, so not a big deal. I will say I definitely deserve this long walk. As you can see, it's been about 7 minutes already walking back to Artie. But I also have to say this isn't the first time that a hardcore of mine has fallen thieving in Artie. Alright, I've now collected enough silk, and we just gotta wait half an hour to an hour, sell it to the silk trader, go buy some arrows, and train up our ranged. Now we are just selling this silk off. I didn't realize that it sold entire inventories at a time. It might not have in the past, but we're getting 60 coins each, getting us about 1.7k per inventory. So we're going to finish selling that off. So we have now sold our last silk. We have almost 12k, and we're going to go to Varrock and spend this money on bronze arrows to train our ranged up to level 28. And while we're doing that, we're going to figure out how we're going to go about getting a light source. Ideally, we get a bullseye lantern or, something else that won't go out, but we'll have to figure out and come up with a plan for that while we're training up our ranged. Okay, I bought about 1,000 arrows, bought 50 per world so that I got them, or 100 per world rather, so I got them each for 100 GP. We're just going to make our way over to the cow fields now and safe spot some cows so that we can get our ranged up, and then maybe around level 15 or so we'll head over to Barbarian Village. I'm going to go check and see if this range gear is worth it. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up the armor. I know I can't use it until level 20, right? Right, so I'll just throw that on later, but go ahead and pick it up so I don't have to run back through here when I do want to put that on. So I missed the recording apparently. My mic wasn't set up to record, but there we go, hitting 20 ranged. Now we're gonna be able to put on some of this new nice gear. I realized we can't put on the studded body without 20 defense, but we got the willow shortbow and the studded chaps, so we're looking very nice on that front. Honestly, a fresh account is the only time that you ever want to take this kebab. Silly dwarf. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen, 28 ranged. We're gonna get on out of here. And that is gonna be where we're gonna end the episode for today. So we have all the requirements for the Lost Tribe. I've realized that realistically, we can just do this with a candle, because as long as we don't fall, we won't take any damage. And we've already lost the hardcore, so if we do die, it's not the end of the world. So we're gonna pick up here next episode. Hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you next time. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks.